trees.
If you live out in nowhere land, about everybody's peed behind bushes. You know, if you're out in the woods, you just go.
And we're off.
And we have been. Thank you for saying that online there, Cap.
Well, that's okay. It's the truth. And ask
All
anybody
right.
that lives out in the woods and things like that. If you gotta go, you
It's
go.
a medical emergency, you know.
go.
When you
Well,
gotta
yeah,
go, you could die.
Yeah, go behind a tree or anything.
It worked for Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah,
Just don't do it while disposing of a body. That's evidence.
I've even tinkled behind a dumpster before. That
And yes, hey,
That's our
believers. England team here with the crew. We've got, of course, Captain Frugal joining us.
Hi, everybody.
And we've got Eric Back Issue Breen.
Good evening, kids.
We've got the real Dr. Venkman, except no substitutes.
Hello, seniors.
And the svelte doppelganger of mine, Puppetine.
Hi.
All righty. So every Friday we like to get together and we take a look at the first appearance of any character, whether it's a hero, villain, super team. We'll even do things and places. I don't care. It's all over the place. So why not? Oh, and by the way, if y'all listen, what's the noise? What's that? What? Yep, we covered the cage beforehand, so the birds should be sleeping, and we'll be all right there for a little bit. So tonight, we decided, since we had done the Prey storyline on one of our Throwback Thursdays, let's check out the first appearance of Hugo Strange, and also we're going to be doing Kite Man. So we're going back to the Golden Age, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go back to Batman issue number 133 for Kite Man, and we're going to go all the way back to Detective Comics issue number 36 for Hugo Strange. And the one big question here is, what was it like picking that up off the shelf, Eric, and reading it for the first time? And
well, I didn't see. I bought the books next to it that ended up not being worth anything because that's how I've always done it.
Even 100 years ago, that would just be the way it happens. Yeah,
it was.
I quit reading Batman at issue number 35. Picked it up again at issue number 37. Yeah, that does happen. And hello to Joe Rogers in the house. Miss So's here. Ethereal Dragon and Jim Sorensen. What's up, guys? Maranya, of course. And let's see. Dalton, obligatory Lesser Strange joke out of the way. I almost called it Dr. Strange. I did. But there you go. And so there we go. Hey, guys. All righty. So here's the little thing. We have a panel-to-panel for Hugo Strange. Kite Man we're going to have to work out. And as always, basically, we've turned this into probably the worst traveling road show. At one point in time, we're going to get together beforehand and actually assign parts. But the chaos kind of is fun.
We're a modern-day Mercury Theater. What are you talking about?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Let's kind of dress it up a little bit. I think that works.
Yeah, let's put some clothes on.
No, all righty.
You got wearing clothes?
This is my life. I don't know okay, let me see if I can't get this working the same way.
I'm only wearing a mask. Everything else is
Do it. I believe in you, England team.
Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Whoop, nope, didn't work. There we go. Okay, so everybody could see it.
Not yet. I mean, yes, I see the cover. Yes.
Okay, now
Is it full screen?
I've full screened it as much as possible. How's it looking on the YouTube?
Looks good.
All
Look at
righty.
those legs on Batman.
I know. Kind of feminine. I mean, those are dancer legs right there. So yeah, well, always we kind of take a look at the cover first. You pointed out one thing. It looks like he's about 98% leg and about 2% body on that one. What do you think?
Well, it looks like he just nut shotted him.
I say he sure got a leg up on that guy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he buried his foot right in his sacks.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, apparently.
Tickling his nuts with his toes.
And apparently, if you kick this guy in the in the pearls, it looks like also you kick him in the chin. I don't get how that works, but congratulations.
He kicked his leg up to hit him in the face, and they brought his leg down immediately in post.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he knows that the other guy has a sword? Because all he do is kick the guy with the little shiv out.
Did you guys also notice the stairs go right into the wall?
Yeah, well, maybe it goes around the corner.
Yeah.
Like it makes a hard right, but then you got to wonder, why are the poles? This is just weird. This is a weird cover, man.
Well, it was by Acme, and the Coyote runs into it every time he races up the stairs.
This is back before you wore glasses. Look at you down in that bottom right corner.
All righty. Okay, let's see where. Oh, hold on just a sec.
And I'm fired.
And wait, y'all are hired? Okay, so I thought this was gonna go. Hold on.
Go ahead and click on that big Batman logo right there. Should just be a double click.
There we go. Alrighty, I can't see it from here, so I'm gonna see if I can't get. Oh, Eve. Let's see who wants to. Oh, he's got. You're showing off. Alrighty, so who wants to take on the narrator role today? Okay, I'll do it. No worries.
Okay.
Already an almost legendary figure. I can't see shit. It's too small.
Do you want me to
take over?
Go on ahead, Eric. You've got.
That's what she said. It's too small.
Shots fired.
Already an almost legendary figure, the cowled shadow of the Batman prowls through the night, preying upon the criminal parasite like the winged creature whose name he has adopted.
You need
winding his way home.
Okay, that's winding. Sounds like wending.
Wending his way home. He grabs himself a Frosty and yes.
The Batman suddenly sees a man leap from a speeding car, then shots. Pew 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 pew.
Okay, we're doing that part too.
Well, nobody else wanted to.
All righty, let's hear from you there, Vank.
The Batman! Let's get out of here! I don't want to fool around with him.
Oh, definitely Frug's the Batman.
Who shot you? Who were they?
Who were they? Fog Strange.
He's dead. Perhaps there is something in his pockets that might tell me something. Here's something. A notebook. Police.
The Batman. Puppet.
He's killed someone. Shoot him down.
The Batman runs down an alley, easily clears a 6-foot fence.
So you want to play cops and robbers,
and disappears into the black night.
Well, he's gone. No use chasing him any further. We can't see him in the dark anyway.
Yeah, you might chase a ghost.
We're gonna give Venkman the big bad guy this time around. We'll take Puppeteen and I'll take the side characters. All right.
All right.
There you go.
Later, the ghost, alias the Batman, alias Bruce Wayne, sits at home, puzzling over the words of the dead man.
The words of that man have got me stumped. He kept muttering about a fog, a strange fog. Fog. Strange fog.
Get it. Oh my god.
Fog. Strange. Of course! He didn't mean a strange fog. He meant a fog. Had something to do with a person named Strange. Professor Hugo Strange. Professor Hugo Strange, the most dangerous man in the world. Scientist, philosopher, and a criminal genius. Little is known of him, yet this man is undoubtedly the greatest organizer of crime in the world. Geez, he's talking a lot here.
Wow, dialogue in a comic book? Who'd ever thunk?
Is this Bendis?
No, it's cohesive.
I know, right?
Maybe that little black book I found could tell me more about him in the fog. All the pages are black except this one. Why? It's a list of banks and other places. What's this on the bottom? The FBI? Then that man was a G-man.
Can you see what it says there?
Wait, if Batman's or Bruce isn't done talking.
Yeah, I'm done.
No, you got another panel here.
Oh, I don't see it yet.
Wait,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Sorry, I was talking about what's in the book, but go on ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I can't.
No worries.
All right. The FBI is not going to get this book till I clear the Batman's name of suspicion of the murder of the G-Man and solve the mystery of the fog. I think I'll sit tight, see what happens, and then I'll act.
Have you guys noticed something? Batman's a smoker.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Everybody smoked a pipe in this.
Well, yeah, he's also got,
Why do you think he's got that gravelly voice?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
and then he's a playboy. He's got the Hugh Hefner jacket.
Yeah, that's something. He's got his waistcoat and his on and everything. But yeah, he's smoking a pipe. Now, but then again, there used to be commercials with doctors talking about how smoking will improve your circulatory system and it'll give you a pep. Let's see. Robert's saying hello. And let's keep our ethics in and go upstate a bam pow, cognition after cognition. I don't know what's going on there. Hugo Strange sounds suspiciously like Dr. Moriarty. And let's see, Batman is the only man manly enough to wear a magenta and blue smoking morning jacket. There you go. Now we know what those are called. Alrighty. So Batman also smokes a pipe. Outrage. But man, he has tiny hands. Alrighty, there you go, Eric.
Not far away, a man sits in a dimly lit room and gazes into the fire. A malignant smile crosses his face as he broods over the many evil schemes that surge through his brilliant but distorted brain.
Palpatine.
Professor Strange, that G-Man we were supposed to take for a ride.
The gunman tells his story.
You called a fool. You should. Sorry.
The hell choice was that?
I thought he was Asian. I don't know. You called a fool. You should have shot him down too. The Batman is the only man with the imagination to sense the exact nature of our plans. However, since the G-Man is dead, he can get no information from that quarter.
And then I saw the Batman. I pulled away fast.
In that case, we'll proceed as planned tomorrow. Night the fog will strike, and then ha, and then ha.
The next night, an Alan Scott thing happens. A fog, a thick fog, such as one would find only in England, blankets the entire city.
Oh, Eve, that's gonna live for a while, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Some fog, eh, Clancy? I ain't ever seen the likes of it before. And did you notice how hot it's got since the fog hit us?
Aye, that I did, and it strikes me as an evil sign. Why, if I was to chase a crook, I wouldn't be able to see him at all in this fog. This fog will be a bad thing for the police force.
He ain't chasing nobody.
No, I'm not.
It's not even fog. That's all smoke from all the smoking back then.
Clancy's words prove prophetic. The two following nights see banks robbed as the bandits flee and are swallowed up in the fog. Police headquarters.
But Commissioner, we can't help it if we lost the bandit's car. Don't forget, we're not used to any fog.
Well, get used to it. If this blasted fog keeps up, this city is going to have a crime wave such as it's never seen before.
The home of Bruce Wayne.
Flash. The Case National Bank reports a loss of $250,000 in the Bond Exchange Bank, $100,000. Flash. Henry Jenkins, the missing electrical engineer, has not yet been heard from. No clues have That's you, Venkman.
I thought that was Bruce.
Oh,
isn't it?
sorry. Yep, sorry, Frugal. I made that
I
mistake.
thought that was Barry Allen. He kept saying Flash all the time.
Yeah, no, I was going to make a Flash joke too there. An electrical engineer disappears. An unusual fog covers the city. The first names on the little book's list are robbed, and a dying man utters the sinister name of Professor Hugo Strange.
That night, as the dense fog again covers the city, a moving van pulls up in front of the Sterling Silver Company.
Open up in the name of the law. I'm a detective.
The night watchman falls for his ruse and opens the doors.
This is a stick up. Get back inside and be quiet.
Who? What is this?
All right, boys, get that silver moved. Whoa. Get that silver moved out, and I'll keep an eye on the watchman.
Suddenly, the bent watchman throws off his clothes, straightens up. In the gigantic frame of the Batman stands towering in the light.
Don't you think you had better keep 2 eyes on me?
The dynamic Batman races toward the startled gunman.
Let's pretend I'm the ball and you're the bowling pins.
What in the Batman? Shoot him!
The Batman hurtles through the air and strikes him like a bombshell.
This, boys, is what they call a perfect strike on any bowling alley.
Oh, what hit me? Oh, my head.
Sorry I had to spoil your party, boys, but I guess I play too rough.
What happened? Was we struck by dynamite?
This ought to bring the police on in a hurry. You notice Batman's yelling a lot here?
I know, right? There's a lot of exclamation points with Batman in the 1930s.
He had a gun too. What the heck? It's violent.
And now, Professor Strange, let's see what your next move will be.
I knew those shots came from here.
Look, a whole gang of them. The place looks like it was hit by a cyclone.
Again, the room where sits the archcriminal known as Professor Strange.
The Batman! 6 of my men in the hands of the police, and all because of the Batman.
You want to take the newspapers there, Eric?
The thieves keep saying they were set upon by the Batman who...
This cannot go on. I must trap the Batman. Holy crap. The Batman knows my plans. Possibly the G-Man taught before he died. If that's so, then he knows that the Wolfborough's Fur Company is next on the list. I think I will prepare a warm reception for the Batman on his next visit. A very warm reception. I'll crush him as ready as I crushed this glass.
Man, that was an expensive glass, too. What a waste.
I know, right?
My hand! Oh!
Oh, my gosh, it's bloody and it's bleeding. Hold on, before we go any further, let me check to see what everybody's saying about this one. It was 1940s. Everybody smoked, says Joe Rogers. We have bad joke. I know we've given Dixon. Okay, I missed the thing. American cops too foggy to chase anyone, but we sure as hell can shoot at them. Joe Rogers saying he should have kept the he should have a German accent, says Joe Rogers about Hugo.
If you want the Arnold, go ahead.
There you go. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. This reminds me when drama in English class made us read characters out loud. I love this, says MK. Yeah, me too. I don't know why we started doing this, but it just seems a lot more fun.
Because we're drinking.
There you go. Yes. Flash fact, that news announcer must think he's in Central City with all the times he calls Flash. How do you do, Nerdy Texan? How you doing? I know it's too early, but Hugo Strange reminds me of Warholm. Is that the dude with you know what I'm talking about, the comics code?
Just for the record, that amount of money with inflation be like $4,518,821.43.
And
gee, right off the top of your head.
in 2 years from now, it's going to be about 36,000.
There you go. What did he shoot in the air? Says Nerdy Texan. It's an improper discharge of a firearm.
Well, yeah, bullet comes back down. It's probably a flare though.
And
well, I think he did it inside of the building, so it would have. There was a ceiling there.
Well, there you go. All righty, let's get back to it, Eric.
The next night, the Batman again goes on forth his nocturnal prowl into the inky blackness of the night.
Nope. Oh, I lost it. Sorry, my bad.
The Batman approaches the warehouse of the Wolf Brothers Fur Company. Cautiously, he steps inside. Suddenly, the lights blaze on. The Batman is trapped. The Batman leaps into action.
No shots, men. The professor wants him alive.
The Batman runs forward, leaps into the air, and grasps a dangling rope.
Not so fast, boys.
What the?
That long leg though.
His agile frame swings out.
Now, I have swung on ropes before, and I've swung in this manner, and I will tell you what, he is about to get his cojones hooked. That is what happens to the bottom of the rope once the slack is hit. It kind of swings out, and then right in between your legs.
Are you saying it's going to give him a reach around?
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's a reason he's adopting rather than having his own kid.
I mean, he's hooked on a feeling soon.
And
Yeah.
And castrates to the balcony across the
There you
room.
go. Yes.
Yeah, it turned around. You notice that? The hooks are-
Yeah, it better have. After a men up the stairs.
It got scared of his manly junk. It knew to turn around.
The junk glare.
The Batman springs up, grasps an overhanging beam, and sends the oncoming men flying back.
Oof.
Then a daring leap into space, and he crashes onto the men below.
Pow!
The weird figure is upon the others like a panther, crushing them with powerhouse blows.
This is so you won't forget to remember me.
The Batman keeps up a ceaseless barrage of blows upon the gunman. With the strength of a Hercules, the mighty Batman lifts the struggling body
You boys are a better workout than the gym.
and sends him flying through space. Upon the others, suddenly a blackjack crashes down on the Batman's head.
That ought to stop you. Phew, what a guy. I don't know.
Well, he's out.
Woo,
Now
what?
let's get him to the professor.
Yeah, he's out after wrecking a dozen men. That guy's TNT. Wow, my jaw.
The hideout of Professor Hugo Strange, a warehouse near the riverfront.
Regain consciousness, Batman? Good. Now you can be awake to enjoy the entertainment I have prepared for you.
If I could move my other hand, I would clap.
I have brought you here alive so you may know what it means to be interfered with Professor Strange.
The Batman is made ready for the lash.
I'll teach you with a taste of the lash.
Here comes the kinky stuff.
The whip cracks down on the massive figure, whose steel muscles suddenly surge with strength and snap his bonds.
He's hulking up.
Quickly, he draws forth a glass pellet. As he slams it to the floor, a gas emanates, overcoming the men.
Sleeping gas. Well, that won't get me.
Gas!
Look what happened to his head. Do you see how his head changed shape there a little bit?
Yeah.
Maybe the gas won't, but I will.
But with the power of a madman, the professor succeeds in securing a stranglehold on the Batman's throat.
I'll choke every living breath out of your body. Ha ha ha.
Remember, boys and girls, rape is not okay.
I mean, I agree, but okay.
The Batman desperately tries an old jujitsu trick.
He's got
That's
some
called
legs.
butt in the air. And this, Professor, for the little whipping incident. As soon as I've got you securely tied, I'm going to see how you work this fog of yours.
Coming upon a barred room, the Batman steps inside and sees.
Help me, please.
What? Don't be frightened. I'm the Batman. I've come to help you. You're Henry Jenkins, the missing electrical engineer, aren't you?
Henry Jenkins. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been held prisoner by Professor Strange. Somehow he found out about my discovery of making concentrated lightning and kidnapped me. He found out that hot lightning caused condensed steam in the air, like a sort of an unnatural fog in the air. He forced me to make this machine for him, but for what purposes, I do not know.
Could you button your shirt and get me a little hot?
It's a little stupid here.
Back to the story again. His purpose was obvious. He organized a crime syndicate to loot the city. Under the protection by the fog, pursuit by the police was almost impossible. Now I suggest we lift this fog and hangs over the city like a plague.
You're starting to sound like a 1980s cartoon villain.
The two men spring to the control of the gigantic machine, and soon...
Okay, go on ahead. It's all you.
The fog is lifting. 'Tis a fine thing for the police force.
I think he's Irish. I'm just going to throw that out. Oh, the fog is lifting. 'Tis a fine thing for the police force.
Well, you try to do it at this tone.
Okay. So, hold on.
You try to do it with a hand up you.
The fog is lifting. 'Tis a fine thing for the police force. I sound like freaking Lucky Charms. Oh, my pink
like
cards.
Yellow
ones sound like
clovers.
He's magically delicious.
Yes. It's nice to see a clear moon again. Who is the Batman, Daddy?
A great man, son. A great man.
And so we citizens of the... Oh, I guess I should have read that first. And so we citizens of this city owe our thanks to one man, the Batman. Because of him, an arch criminal is at last captured. There is no doubt that Professor Hugo Strange is put away for a long time to come.
I wonder.
Why wonder?
At the state penitentiary.
They cannot keep me here caged like some wild beast. I'll escape, and when I do, I shall devote the rest of my life in revenging myself upon the Batman.
The sensational Batman, America's most exciting mystery action-adventure star, appears only in Detective Comics. A new thrilling episode next month.
Oh wow, this actually predates the detective or the Batman #1.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's grab these last comments here, and we'll talk about it, and then we'll go to the first appearance of Kite Man. Let's see.
Hell yeah.
We've got how much is that in Batcoin? MK says I've voice acted and can do many impressions. I'd love to participate sometime. If you've got a good mic, and definitely if you're a female, we could use a female voice on this. But yeah. Let's see. $1 million in 1940s equal to 410 Bitcoin in today's currency. Dang those legs, says Mrs. O. Let's see. Of course, that would be 1 million Canadian, says Roberts. Gosh, Bruce could have a career in the NBA with those legs. I'm pretty sure he's wearing a cup talking about the hook, hooking him into the cojones. Tell that to Damien, of course, that he couldn't have kids. I'm talking about pre-crisis.
I knew Batman was a swinger.
Yep. Oh, he went there, guys. Let's see. Batman probably goes commando. It's a power thing with him. Maranya says, that was from Roberts. Maranya says, these captions seem to be there much like a radio program and also to guide the artist who drew the panels. I've always said that was one of my biggest gripes with Golden Age. It's kind of fun, though, reading them. That you'll see Batman swinging through a window and the panel will say, Batman swings through a window.
Yep.
Maybe
you don't want him mistaking it for a door or anything.
Well, yeah. That accent is perfect. Bravo, sir. Of course, speaking to VENKMAN. I remember
Bravo,
the lesson
Venkman.
1950s TV and movies taught so many kids that a sharp blow to the back of the head by a large stick resulted in comedically short periods of unconsciousness. And that's actually gone on to today, where people are knocked out all the time, only to wake up a little bit later.
I gotta tell, I was jealous. I really wanted to be the Batman. If we're gonna do the Christian Bale voice, it's so much fun to do. And then you do the bad man from College Humor.
Yeah.
Well, three.
Hugo Strange looks and sounds like Colonel Clink's bad obsessed brother. And that's Zach. And we've got, let's see, what is it with Batman and Strange foreplay? Yeah, the rolling around on the ground. That was kind of weird.
There's kind of strange magic there.
The first
Made
time
little
I ever
Batman
saw
come out to play.
the first time I ever saw Hugo Strange, says Jim Sorensen, I wondered, what is Savannah doing in a Batman comic? And Miss So saying the voices are gold tonight. Thank you. Joe is saying, dang, Hugo Strange about to choke out a bat. And Robert saying, the fog is lifting. Now we can see where most of our bullets are going again.
Look at all the
To see where they go. All that matters is where
they're like, oh crap! Look at the pile of bodies.
And Joe is saying, of course, don't you know anything about science? Of course, don't you know anything about science? Fini, no less, how sophisticated. There you go. Yeah, it did say Fini. It wasn't like finished or doing or anything like that. Fini. Let's see. Good evening. Oh, hello, Dominic. We just finished Hugo Strange. In just a little bit, we're gonna jump on the first appearance of Kite Man. So that should be fun.
And I agree with Joe. Yeah, cops are always Irish back in the 40s.
Yeah. Why is that?
The melting pot. A lot of Irish and Germans came over.
The Great American Melting Pot.
Well,
Yeah.
his Italians already had the mob sewed up, and somebody had to fight him. So is your Irish.
Right.
We also had the Irish Mafia too, though. So and the Russians.
Put the garden into ya.
Well, somebody had to look the other way.
Over in Boston,
All right.
eh?
All I got to say is I'm calling Kite Man on the next one. I don't know why.
Well, if we're doing
You know what?
calls,
No,
I think-
maybe Puppetine should take Kite Man because of the high voice. I'm just saying.
I was thinking Robin.
Okay. All righty.
I don't know.
Oh, geez, Batman. It just fits.
Great
All right.
Scott!
Do you want to keep doing narrator, or do you want to switch it up there?
No, I'll do the narrator as long as I can read it, on the screen.
We'll find out because it's a whole different thing. I couldn't find it on the DC. I can find any Batman from 1939 up to 2010 or 11 when it stopped. I couldn't find any of those Batman on DC Universe, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, Comixology. Did you try that?
Comixology didn't have issue number 133.
That's weird. I guess they want you to buy the trades.
It does, however, have issue 139 because that is the first appearance of Eric,
He's gone.
I don't remember.
Batgirl.
Oh, the original.
Yep, the original. Yes. All righty. So, Dominic, if you can join, if you can make your, we have to have a loud mic this time around. But yeah, I don't mind anybody jumping in if they want to take a spot. And you guys mind?
No, of course not.
Jump in the line.
Of course not.
Yeah, and like I've said, if any of the young ladies out there would like to join, occasionally we do have a young lady spot, and would need a voice. So that would be helpful.
Unless you like hearing
Please,
the
they'll
guys.
just make me the voice.
Yeah, unless you try. Yeah. We always give Puppetine the girl.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, he's just going to take her anyway from us. So.
I know, right? They like the
Put on the
they,
dress
they,
again,
they like
Puppetine.
The puppets.
they like the puppets for some reason.
Yeah, we're gonna make the puppet wear the dress again.
Okay. He's joking, dude.
Uh-huh.
Joking. He's joking. You don't have to wear the dress again.
Yeah, don't put on the red light this time.
Yeah. All righty.
At least charge some money this time.
Yeah, have some dignity.
Yes, this is our
$2.
life, ladies and gentlemen.
$2.
All righty.
Hey, remember when we used to go out on Friday nights?
No. I call that time before
Wait.
marriage.
With
Yeah,
Puppetine
yeah.
in a dress? Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we've got Batman number 133. This is the very first appearance of Kite Man. You know, these
Kite Man.
Great Scott!
I think it might be the second story in this book.
I thought it was in the splash page. I remember that wrong? Okay. Let's see. So now, unfortunately, because of the way we had to do it, I didn't get the whole cover here. Let me put that we're looking at all pages so we could scroll down. Cover. What do you think, Puppetine? What do you think?
Well, I like it. Well, I don't like Batmite, but I do like it. I think the cover's nice.
You don't like Batmite?
No, I don't.
It kind of looks like you a little bit.
Why? Well, there you go. Yeah, you kind of look like Batmite. Like if you were wearing a bat outfit, you'd be Batmite. How can you not like Batmite?
You're saying that because of my size, aren't you? And my voice.
It's because you got to like them.
That's discrimination.
I know that's puppetist, but it's true.
We've seen your gut.
Okay, so going over it, actually, at least Batman looks proportional on this cover. We do have that.
Haven't seen him without his pants.
Once again, we've got the mysterious lines to nowhere here. Batgirl's looking, or Batwoman's looking pretty good.
Oh, it's Kate Kane before she became a lesbian.
Yep,
before she was Bruce's cousin.
This is Kate Kane, yes. And then, of course, we've got Batmite, which, by the way, Eric, do you know what the importance of this issue is outside of Kite Man's first appearance?
This was the issue that Bat Hound put his own mask on.
Exactly, yes. And the romance between Batmite and Bat Hound produced many, many progeny. No, actually, this is also, gang, the first time that Batmite is in a Batman comic. There you go. Okay. I know. Very, very, very minor key. But then again, this is touted as the first appearance.
Ooh, I like the ad.
The ad? Yeah. We're going to be going through this. So you could train with Joe Louis and Mickey Mantle, by the way.
Wait, you train with Mickey Mantle how to drink a case of beer before a game?
And bone Marilyn Monroe. I mean, let's talk about his accomplishments.
That was Joe DiMaggio.
Oh, okay. I got him mixed up. Okay.
Mickey was too drunk.
All righty. All righty. So let's move on here. Eric's gonna be the Eric's got narrator, Puppetine's got Robin. I called Kite Man. Do you want Batman still Frugal, or do you want to give it to RDV so he could do the voice?
I think VENKMAN wanted to do it, so let him have it.
Okay, and you take random.
Okay, I'll take randos.
I can't wait till we do Mr. Freeze, and I'll do the Arnold voice for that.
All right.
With the ice puns.
Oh, no.
It'd be a cold day in hell when you get to do that part.
Batman.
How does my Teespring go to my creator dashboard and not the store? That is so weird. That is
I don't know,
weird.
but you got to stay frosty, my friend.
And Dominic will help Frugal out with the randos.
Yeah, take them out. Shoot 'em.
How's the mic sounding today?
So far, so good.
Okay, so far so goodish. Okay, so let's go. And can you see the screen there, Eric?
I was wrong. It's the first story.
All righty. And starts off with the Batman.
All right. I'm right behind you, Kite Man.
Batman, using my Chinese dragon kite.
Flying notes has always been a harmless sport. Flying kites has always been a harmless sport.
Where the freaking hell did you? It's actually called Kite. He's called Kite Man. He's like,
well, back when he was a boy, they used to call them notes.
oh, okay. Yes, there you go. All right. It's been a long time.
One resourceful rogue utilizes them for robbery. It becomes the perilous task of Batman and Robin to intercept this high-flying bandit and crack down on the crimes of the Kite Man.
All righty, and you are the narrator, so you got to read off the legalese here. I'm just
eat the big one.
All righty, so here we go.
As Batman and Robin arrive at a penthouse reception tendered by a visiting Indian Raja for Gotham City officials.
Gosh, I'm hungry. I hope we don't have to wait too long for lunch.
Relax, Robin. There'll be plenty of food. The Raja is a very well-met man.
Meanwhile, atop on the patio, the preoccupied guests take no notice of a nearby kite. Controlled by its flyer, hidden in a street below, whose mere touch of an electrical control transmits a signal up from the string of wire. Abruptly, the box kite suddenly dips over the penthouse and drops tear gas bombs.
Frugs? Did we lose Frugal?
Oh, I had it muted. Oops. What?
Then the canny kite criminal tugs a string, and instantly a pack on his back springs open to form a kite filled with compressed air. Propelled by jets, the kite hurtles him towards the penthouse.
Now everyone will get his first look at the Kite Man.
Great Scott.
His appearance does indeed cause a commotion.
Great Scott.
Oh, he's stealing my ruby, my priceless ruby.
As the flying felon swoops at Batman, Robin whips out his bat rope and...
Ha ha! No one stops me. Not even Batman.
Got him. Now we'll haul down that human kite.
But the surging jets are too powerful.
You won't be able to hold on to that lasso for long.
Robin.
Are your hands getting tired, Robin? Are they starting to slip?
You know, I spent a lot of time with Batman.
Much longer. Though my hand is getting tired.
Suddenly, Robin's grip slackens. His numb fingers slide from the rope. Is this the end of the heroic boy Wonder? Suddenly, Robin twists his agile body like a diver and...
Luckily, I spotted this water tank and got ready to dive for it.
In the ensuing days, the Kite Man and his crime kites make headline news.
2 days ago, he flew a kite that carried a firebomb to a gold refinery and used the fire as a diversion while he grabbed some gold.
And yesterday, the kite closed the wire guard so you could detach a valuable painting being taken off further. Well, let's start our daily patrol.
You should really stop smoking, Batman.
I think I understood 3 words there. Did he say control? I don't know. That's you. That's you, Batman.
Robin, you've seen water skiers hang on to large kites towed by motorboats. There's to be a kite skiing contest today, and he has to be a judge.
The Kite Man might try to rob the big prize money in the judges' stand.
Not far off. Meanwhile, as inmates gather in a prison yard for their recreation period.
Feel free to take these
Holy
extras,
smoke.
Dominic.
Holy smoke! A kite, a colossal kite.
If there's 2, you each get 1.
It's coming down here.
That sounds sick. I think it's like it's coming down here. That one thing, but it's like it's coming.
I know. Well, look how they
down
did the word
here.
bubbles. I know
It's
that.
like
But look
you're-
how they did the word bubbles.
It's like you're calling to them. It's coming. Hey, yo, down here, down here. Yeah.
Hey, I did it because the word bubble creation there. Notice it's like 2 sections instead of 1, like it should have been.
If you get it in my mouth, it's extra points.
That's right.
That's just sick.
All righty, hold on just a second. Let's grab some of these. Oops, I dropped. Okay,
You gotta
let's-
give Robin's hands a break.
Thank you.
right. Yep. That's a great cover. Everyone except Batgirl, Batwoman. But there you go. I like that look of Batwoman, Sister Hillam. You could definitely see a variation between Batwoman and Batman's appearance. And I don't know why my Teespring does. I'll check the link to it. But thank you for trying. And I guess we could try to get some Puppetine shirts up there. We'll do something about that. Isn't Batmite the cousin of Mixel, or are they just the same race? Eric, what do you know about that?
I don't think it's ever been officially established that they're related.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're like from the same fifth dimension, aren't they? Because they had a comic. Was it last year? Batman Superman crossover annual.
Well, yeah, but I'm guessing if they want to say it is now, they can. But
Yeah, it was never official. Yeah,
because for Batmite, once they decided to get marginally serious, Batmite kind of got relegated to the dustbin of history, and McPickle kept going. So I don't know.
Let's see. This is a great Batwoman look. I love the Golden Age, says Joe. And I believe just same race, says Joe.
that probably is.
He sounds more excited than Tom King's Kite Man. I figured, because I saw him all the time he says something, it's like, ha, 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 ha. Somebody naming himself Kite Man is not taking this seriously. That's the way I'm getting into it. So, Nerdy Santilum, doesn't he only write everyone depressingly? That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why they got rid of Batman, because they want to make Batman serious. So,
Alrighty. As the convicts.
Okay, are we back? Okay.
Yep, we're back.
As the
We're
convicts scatter,
You're right on schedule, Kite Man.
Your old pals paid me a lot of money to help you escape.
I told everybody no jail could hold Big Chill Collins. I'll be running the rackets again, just as I did before.
All right. Okay, the
Added
random
an extra
sound
bang
effects.
in
at that
Alrighty.
moment,
Calling all cars. Big Bill Collins has just escaped from Gotham Bay Prison with the help of Kite Man.
why is he
There's the
broadcasting
prison.
underwater?
That's a good question.
Yeah. the radio announcer is underwater. Okay, go on ahead, Robin.
There's the prison, and look, there's the kite.
That's you again.
If only we had the bat plane.
there's something that may serve the same purpose. That motorboat, that sky kite.
Minutes later,
Batman.
More speed, Robin. This kite must lift me as much as possible.
then at the proper moment, Batman slashes the tow line and goes soaring like a human glider looking for someone to motorboat.
Okay.
You get a double D for that one.
All righty. Either Frugal or
Sure. Look, it's Batman.
Kicking off his water skis and releasing his kite, Batman lands.
Quick, Pete, jump him.
Under the impact of their combined weight, Batman is forced back.
Shove him over to the bay below.
Ugh.
But summoning up a reserve of strength.
Can't hold him.
Only one way to stop him now, with a kite.
And as Batman charges,
Now's your chance. Knock him out.
What?
a gun but swift blows fell the famed crime fighter.
Now we can throw him over the side. Oh, wait, I think I read your part. Wait, we'll take him to my hideout. I've got plans for him.
Later, the Note Man's secret lair.
Okay, I'll guard Batman. But why are you and Pete contracting top gangsters?
To bring them here for some sport, I'm going to tie Batman to a large kite so everybody can take pot shots at him as if he was a clay pigeon.
Alone in his cell, Batman weighs his chances for escape.
They took my utility belt, preventing me from good contracting. So I'm moving the frickin' screen so I can read Robin with the belt radio. He must be searching for it. I can't. You freaking moving the screen every freaking time I read it.
Sorry. I forget y'all are looking at the same thing I am.
Batman's pissed.
Yeah. He must be searching for this place before there was somewhere I could sing to him. That peeling of the paper gives me an idea.
There we go.
Ripping off a large section of wallpaper, Batman tears and folds it.
And having one of my woolly socks will provide me with a string.
Wow, even his inner monologue sounds like that.
At least it's not Bat Arnold, I guess.
Soon after, a unique bat signal is whipped aloft by the wind.
The updraft from the bay will keep flying. If only Robin sees it before the Kite Man returns.
Later, as the Kite Man arrives with some of his gangster guests.
Hey, Bill. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Big Bill. We're here.
Gotta say hello.
I'm afraid he can't. Robin put him into action temporarily.
Batman, free! Come on, let's get him and that brat.
Suddenly,
Wait, no, that's a. Oh.
That's all right. They're all good.
I did it.
Suddenly, Batman reaches behind the door, and the strong breeze slams something forward.
Which part do I read first? Yours or okay? All right, I'll go with mine, I guess. Robin and I decided to welcome you with our own kites, Kite Man.
Ah, that glaring light. I can't see. Oh, wait. Sorry, I did it again. My flashbulb kite.
Then, before the criminals can recover,
Bag them with the net kite.
All but me. I kept something stored here just for such an emergency.
He thought excitedly to himself.
grasping
Yes.
his glider kite, the cunning Kite Man runs and leaps.
My launch is below for a quick getaway.
He's tricky, but not enough tricky enough.
Moments later,
The large dragon kite flowing during the Chinese festivals floats me down like a parachute.
What?
Going on a trip, Kite Man? You'll have to stop at the Gotham prison first for several years.
that night, a new souvenir representing their victory over crime joins others in the Batcave, and how Batman took him down will not be spoken of again.
What you
Well,
mean?
wait, I want you to notice. Look at how Batman's taking him down. He's in between
Yeah,
his
that's
legs.
what
No wonder he's
that's
never
what he's talking
speaking of it
about.
again.
It's not like you kicked him.
No wonder he's like, what?
At some point in time, he's teabagging the Kite Man.
There's a special move they call it the crotch shot.
Here's the balls of justice.
I will stop you, Kite Man, with balls on the chin.
Prepare to be teabagged.
That long.
Batman was teabagging back then before it was cool in Halo.
Oh,
Get arrow to the knee, balls to the face hurts a lot more.
we knew he was more violent in the past, but damn.
All right, Venkman.
It's true, he took his belt off even for this.
I know, right?
Smell it. No,
All right,
taste
Batman. Come on.
The Kite Man was flying pretty high for a while.
it.
But when he fell, he landed with an awful thud.
You weren't the only one.
All righty, there you go, guys.
We did it.
All right.
PSA. No Superman PSA.
Well, the Superman PSA. Okay. Jim, we don't want Sandor along. Those refugee kids can't talk English or play ball or anything. Jesus Lord.
I think Breen should do Superman.
Who?
Green.
Brain.
Maybe there's a reason for that.
Superman.
How about my taking you on a little trip across the ocean so you can... Thank you. So you can learn something about refugees like Sandor.
And so shortly,
People who have fled to another country because of political... Thank you.
You're welcome.
Events, war, or disaster are placed in refugee camps like this one. This is where they live, in shabby, crowded barracks. Some of the children were born here and have never known what a real home was like.
Gosh.
Later.
Lots of international organizations have been helping during the World Refugee War to find new homes and countries for these people. You can help too by being friendly towards boys like Sandor.
But
I just want to bring up a point. Yeah, what parents would let a guy just fly away with their kids and take them?
yeah, that is actually kidnapping.
I'm
So-
taking you across the ocean to put you in the sweatshop.
Yeah, he didn't just take him across state lines. He took him to a whole other country. That is
Where Batman's boat is waiting to take them into a live.
apparently, yeah. There's a
Superman
Joker
took him
story
where
in
he
here
didn't
as
have-
well.
Is it?
Superman took him where he didn't have to worry about the law.
Wait. Does Batman have his own island? He's
Apparently, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know.
That's
yeah.
Steen Island.
Batstein Island.
The world will never understand.
All righty. Oh, and thank you very much from Foot Punch saying, "Hell yeah!"
Kite
We have
Man's
a
awesome.
lot of fun here.
Oh,
I
my
got dude, the
goodness.
best. I gotta say, the best version I liked of Kite Man was actually in the Harley Quinn show, anime thing.
Yeah, I haven't. I've only seen a few of those episodes.
Oh,
I saw up to Dr. Psychos, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh, all the way through the second season, the Kite Man's just been like hilarious. I love it. I never cared for him before. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it never really wasn't that interesting to read. But when they gave him like that's like a comic relief, then I was like, oh my gosh, wow, why aren't they doing this in comic books for him?
Go figure, man.
Well, if he's not doing the voice of Kite Man, it's just not the Kite Man.
I just think, I mean, come on, he's Kite Man. He's got to be like that.
Well,
He's-
the show. I love how the show played off. But he's like the lamest villain ever. He's like he's like Condiment Man.
Kite Man.
Condiment Man is his arch nemesis. He's always stealing my thunder.
Oh, maybe we'll throw him in sometime if we can find the comic.
Condiment Man, that's awesome.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That villain just doesn't cut the mustard.
Oh, he went there, ladies and gentlemen.
But he
These
did
jokes
cut-
would definitely not be approved by the Comics Code Authority, says Maranya. Bat paper planes, bat kites. Awesome Kite Man story, says Tillum. It throws Tom King to the curb. Most things do.
So, for the title of this video, are you going to have Batman teabags the Kite Man?
I
Is that
think
what-
I should change that. I think that, yeah, Batman tea bags the kite. Yeah, I think that.
Teabagging with Batman.
I like what are the memes when dogs watch TV or something like that. Or maybe it'll be like when Batman teabag Kite Man. That would be cool.
Things to
Yeah.
remember.
Batman was high as a kite.
Okay, so brass tacks. What'd you think about the first appearance of Hugo Strange there, Frugal?
Well, yeah, it's just like this time period. They're just a fun read, something I wouldn't mind sitting with the kids and reading to them and just having a romp-roaring good time, not expecting anything too deep. So just good escapism. Gotta love it.
Okay. All righty. Now, one thing I noticed is that Batman's not a superhero in this one. I mean, he's more of a pugilist, a crime fighter. But, of course, as we know Batman, he's gadgets galore, 9,000 martial arts, the whole 9 yards. In this case, he's being choked out by a scientist. So...
I gotta say though, it was not as pervy as Prey.
Not as pervy as that they gave Hugo Strange some weird obsessions.
He had some rape vibes going on with him in that book, and I was like, is this because it was in the 80s or 90s, whatever it was? They decided to make it more gritty.
Well, he was on top of Batman in this one for a while.
a little bit.
He was choking him.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Puppetine, or let's ask you and Eric and Dominic, what did you guys think of the first story? And I want to know you guys' review as well in the chat. What y'all think? Did you like the original stories, these Golden Age stories? And I love these, by the way, and I'm okay with these shorter 8-page, but we'll do whatever. But
For the time period, creating a fog machine was very like, wow, really? Because that's scientific, But now imagine that technology is there. It'd make great.
yeah, we could do that. We could do that if we wanted to.
They were doing that at the turn of the century. They would do it, to like promote things like wax museums and shit like that. And
But you know what it reminded me of? Batman by Gaslight.
Gotham by Gaslight.
Oh, Gaslight said Gotham by Gaslight. Well, Batman.
Yeah. Now, as far as the story goes, this was fun, but it was standard, cookie cutter, carbon copied in the next issue. Bad guy. The formula was pretty much the same.
So when do you think, being the I think I'm a historian, I've got to bow down to Eric, and if we had Paolo here, both of us would be on our knees. But
How
what
today?
Yes,
but
what do you think? When did Hugo Strange become Hugo Strange? Even in the pre-crisis years, was there a moment where he became something more, or do we have to go, all the way to the 1970s?
Well, that is pre-crisis. So I think Englehart made him a fully formed character, because even in Batman 1, when we meet his monsters, he's still pretty much of a blah-ha-ha villain. I think they said when Englehart did those 8 issues, but 6 with Marshall Rogers, that's where he reintroduced Hugo Strange and really made him a formidable adversary and gave depth to him. Besides just, I'm going to stop you. He wanted to be him, and then wanted to sell his identity, and realized that the people he was going to sell it to weren't worthy of having that knowledge. So he took that knowledge to his grave.
How often was he appear? Did he not appear until the next one, like much later in the 80s, 70s?
He was gone for 30-something years.
So I would say that's kind of cool if you don't see a character for that long and they come back, because and it's a mystery because you don't know who the villain is.
Well, that's why there's a lot of Silver Age appearances that are worth money, because they are almost different characters. A lot of characters in the Golden Age were built to be one-offs. They weren't made to return. And then when the Silver Age pops up, people are like, oh, wait a second, why don't we just bring this character in, that character in?
Because Hugo Strange is such a deadly character because of the fact, he doesn't have to be a super villain. It's just the fact that he's smart and he can figure out the identity of the Batman.
Venkman, go get, if you haven't read them, read Detective 471 through 476. In just those 6 issues, Englehart brings back Hugo Strange and Deadshot, and they're 2 of the major characters in DC to this day.
I don't see why we don't put that on the schedule, and we do. I think it's a trade paperback called Strange Apparitions, and we just do that story at some point in time for our Throwback Thursdays. Dominic, you gotta have noticed a little bit of oh my gosh, how did we stumble on the one PSA that actually has something to say about modern times?
Well, it's always a blast reading these Golden Age stories, and even though there are some things that haven't aged well, others have relatively aged well. But reading that PSA, like handle that topic of immigration with tact.
Right. All righty. And now let's get to the second story, because this is, in all honesty, I think I forget, somebody in the chat recommended it. I'm sorry, I forgot who. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do Kite Man. I think that would be a lot of fun because of his appearance in the Tom King story, because of his appearance on Harley Quinn. He's got a little bit of heat behind him, probably more than Kite Man has ever had in his entire career.
Hey, he's really starting to fly away.
I know, right? And in all honesty, I got to tell you, it didn't disappoint. It was as ridiculous as I thought it was going to be. So
I just screwed up and showed my cam.
Yeah, you did, just a little bit.
I thought that was Pixel down there with the flannel.
They, I have actually seen Frugal without the mask, and yes.
Would you mind editing that out later?
I will most definitely do
Quick,
that.
rewind and pause it.
But yes, that is. I do have to say, one looks like he could be the son of the other.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not in the direction you would think it would go. So that is kind of weird. But there you go. But what did you think? What did you guys think of the first appearance of Kite Man?
Oh, it's Silver Age hokiness, but I still enjoy it.
Most definitely. I love that for it.
The Dragon Kite.
How about you, Puppet?
I honestly enjoyed it more than the first story.
Okay. Why would you say that? What was it that?
I don't know. It just felt maybe it is because Robin's there and it's a lot. It's flowing a lot smoother. At least that's how I felt. The first one, while it felt like it was trying to be more serious than the Kite Man is.
Okay. How about you, Eric?
I look at both stories as, to borrow one of your terms, Dixie Cup deep, whole lot of fun, and I'd rather read stuff like this than what's coming out today.
That is something. Although occasionally we might have to go a little bit later in time to do a first appearance, like as soon as and as recent as the 90s. I think that would, yeah.
What I realized, why aren't we reading all our books together we buy?
I know, right? All righty. Let's see. Let me get some comments here. We've got World Refugee Year, says to Hilliam. It's not kidnapping if Superman does it, says Joe Rogers. This Kite Man throws Tom King to the curb, and he did. Hugo Strange was the stereotypical mad scientist villain, but it was a fun story, says Maranya. Joe's saying, I like both stories, just fun adventure without preaching, like Superman. Yes. And we get Two-Face was the same way, talking about how, of course, he was brought to the Silver Age, and I guess to the Bronze Age when he made his reappearance.
Depending on where you say the Silver Age ended.
Right. Kite Man felt like a 66 Batman villain. And let's see, Jim Sorensen, for future fun first appearance, how about Clayface? Which one? I mean, we might as well do the Mud Pack at that point.
Yeah, that'd go pretty much as far back as Hugo Strange.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a question, though. Who had the better Batman voice?
Will Arnett.
Oh, there you go. All right. Good save. What were you saying, Dominic?
I was thinking, it's not a bad idea. You have to cover the Mud Pack storyline.
Doing the Mud Pack? Yeah, we're doing all of the... Because there's like, 4 Clay Faces at a certain point now?
I want to do Nightfall with Bane.
Yeah, the first Clayface, we had Basil Carlo.
I am Bane.
4 issues later, Detective 40.
Well, there you go. All righty. So, all right, next week, what you know what? I got to plan these better where we're just writing them down. This is what, and we'll have it.
Why should any of this be planned out?
I'm just talking about who we're doing, so we have an idea.
This is
Do you
where
really
we
want to know who everybody's doing?
Well, I will tell you whether or not you want to or not. I talk about my time at the bridge. I thought maybe you guys like those stories.
Angletina Bridge.
Yeah.
Tell him I'll answer that question. Little Frugal would be saying, Dad, why are you hanging out with this crew and not playing games with me?
That's a good question.
Are you kidding me? Little Frugal's probably playing pinball. He's like, look at Dad, I gave him higher score.
Now he's asleep. He's in bed.
Yes. All righty. So I'll tell you what, we'll figure it out as we go. Well, I'll find something. I'm wondering though. I don't know. I'm feeling a little different. Like I want to go somewhere beyond what we've done. We've done some Golden Age. We've done some Silver Age. We did Marvel and DC. You mentioned Independent. Maybe we'll find something a little bit off the beaten path or something like that for next week. Anyway, gang. Thanks for hanging out for this. We have a lot of fun doing the first appearance Fridays. On Thursdays, we always talk about a famous story and see if it deserves its reputation, whether it's good or bad. And we've been stuck on good. I don't think any of us really want to read a bad comic. Yeah.
As you guys like to point out, I'm too close to the other side to waste time on.
Yeah, there's so many years behind us, and not enough ahead.
I've read all of them.
I don't need to read more to waste our time.
I want to read Batgirl 50.
No, we don't.
No.
I have. I've got the video of it
Oh.
on Old Man Comics if you guys want to check it out. So yeah, I prefer to stick to the good stuff. Even if and I was thinking you brought up Nightfall. And sometime I think we could do that. Maybe even go further in depth than we sometimes do, but we would definitely break it up into stories, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That might be a thing where we do like Nightfall month or something like that, where that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
It's funny that you think we could cover it in a month.
That it is the whole thing is because if we were to do Nightfall, I would want to start with the Sword of Azrael.
I want DC versus Marvel.
Yeah, and then the first appearance of Bane for the next day, and then we would we would do the rest of it. Yeah, but we would have to do it at the beginning of a month. We wouldn't want to do it like at the end, like now. So,
Maranya, just we've got to do that.
what about the live reading of America #1?
Only if Eric Breen plays America Chavez.
I mean, I said, somebody here shot a copy. Someone else here made excellent. Everybody, we got to do that.
Yeah, some of us built a channel off of America #1, and somebody literally put a bullet in one. There you go. Now that's not the damn America you should be showing off. Everybody's got that copy.
I still have not opened yours
Oh, really?
because I was gonna do a video, and I haven't had a chance to do the video, and so I'm I want to save it so I can make sure that your address shows up, your old address now shows up.
Oh, of course, yes, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta read Unbeatable Squirrel Girl.
I priced one yesterday. Guess what? It's no longer valuable.
It's now $- You have to pay me to get rid of it.
Here's something. Talking about doing these, I've got an idea that I wanted to do for Long Halloween. Joe is bringing up Long Halloween, but I had an idea to do the Long Halloween one issue a month on the holidays that they're talking about. But that might actually be a little bit, that might be a little bit difficult because while it's okay for me, my kids are 25 years old. Who cares if we miss out on an Easter? There are a couple of people here, at least one with kids that really you want to pay attention to them on the family holidays.
Yeah, what about Christmas? I'm reading.
But you got little puppets.
Walking around.
Yeah. So there you go. But yeah, thanks for all the thanks for all the ideas and such. We're gonna come up with something for next week. I think, like I said, we're gonna go off the beaten path and find an independent something or other to do.
The Death of Jason Todd would be great too.
Yeah, but thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you had a good time. Leave your suggestions in the comments below. And yes, I am writing stuff down, except for at this point in time, I never look at it because I always kind of like this conversation.
You want to promote next Thursday while you've got a few people here?
And what are we doing next Thursday again?
Oy vey. the Galactus trilogy that isn't actually a trilogy.
Okay. All right.
Galactus is coming.
It's Fantastic Four, second half of 48, 49, and first half of 50.
There we go. All right. So next Thursday, we're doing the Galactus trilogy. Next Tuesday, we're doing the worst members of the Justice League for Top 10 Tuesday.
I may not be there for that one.
You don't like the Justice League?
No. So I may not be able to do that one, but
okay. And of course, Monday we have our we've got issues. I've been wanting to try something. Jimmy showed us a Jeopardy thing. If you're interested in playing a game, which yes, there will be prizes, give a heads up. Write it down in the comments as well, or get a hold of me at Anglantine. If you've got a microphone where that's working, you jump on. Preferably if you're willing to do a face reveal. Otherwise, you might be able to jump on as a judge or something, which I'm sure Captain Frugal would like to do, because it's going to be a trivia thing, and we've got to be able to see the hands.
Yeah. Now, there's no reason why Cap couldn't participate. Was he going to cheat through his mask?
Well, that's true. If he wears a mask, yeah. If he wears his mask,
That's true.
And if you want to,
Right.
he dress up as Incredible Bagman.
Yeah,
There you go. All righty. So anyway, I'm going to check that out a little bit more, build a board, test it out, see if it's doable, and find some sort of cool comic book prize.
And don't forget tomorrow night.
And tomorrow night is the auction, gang. Thank you. The most important night of my week, I guess, where we are going to have.
I hope you don't have date nights anymore and get built into the week.
Oh, I'm not married, and we've got a couple of comics here and such that are going to be going on. We've got that. I'm very happy that I was able to find the entire freaking series. Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, so we got a lot of good stuff tomorrow as well. So yeah, please hang out with us tomorrow at 9, Monday at 9. Guess what? Tuesday at 9, Thursday at 9. Usually Wednesday is going to be a day off, but there you go. All righty, and once again, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Thanks for joining and doing the voices there, Captain Frugal.
A lot of fun.
And Dominic, this is where you take your bow and say good night, kids.
Not everybody.
All righty, and of course the real Dr. Venkman, except no substitutes.
Good night, kids.
Eric Back Issue Breen.
He stole my line.
And of course the puppet himself, Puppeteen.
Over here.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
His camera freezes just like yours.
Have a good night, gang. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everybody.